I went to college for theatrical lighting. So after college, I started with Zenith Pyrotechnology, and wrestling at that time was one of their clients. So I came out here, and 10 years later, I'm still here. We started on around about 92, 93 with every show. Back then, it was, I think, just Shawn Michaels got Pyro every night, and he was one of the first ones and one of the only ones at that time. Most of the Pyro, I would say, is music-driven, but you do have those few guys that it just suits their character. Jeff Hardy gets those comets that shoot out over the audience. Then you have your flames, which is just a combination of gunpowder and color additive. Taker, the smoke machines, which you add CO2 to keep the fog on the floor so you're not just filling the air, and it really gives them that great entrance. You go way back, Razor Ramon, those guys got silver germs. You can shoot them up, you shoot them down because they're fairly cold. They're not that hot, so you're not afraid to hit the set, which is what we do for Bobby Lashley. We wet him down real good. He comes out, he gets hit. They don't tickle, but they don't hurt too much. You know, I wouldn't do it. Batista is just crazy. Batista gets a ton of pyro. For instance, a Raw opening gets 32 concussions, a SmackDown opening gets 16 concussions. Batista gets 48. Batista definitely takes the cake on the most pyro anybody's ever gotten on a weekly basis. But the way his pyro really started, which is funny, is we cannot take pyro to Canada. So whatever show is the week before we go to Canada, we have to shoot off. We didn't do the Raw opening that night, but it was there. So after the show, Batista did a pose in front of the stage, and we shot the entire Raw opening off behind him. It was great. And that's where his pyro started. They said, we need it to look like that. My favorite, most challenging is WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is WrestleMania! King, I have never been more ready than I am tonight. It can't, it will not, will never be any bigger than here and now. This is the pomp, the pageantry, and the passion.
It's got to be something that's not seen all year long, and it's got to be different every year. I try to match the colors of WrestleMania. Most of the time, the colors are blue and silver. It takes over a week to set up. Everybody's queue is beefed up compared to what they would get on a normal week. And just try to do it on the biggest scale possible. The best part about this job is you get to be creative. You get to have fun. I mean, you go on rock tours and other tours, it's the same thing for possibly a year straight. I mean, once a month we do a unique pay-per-view opening. There's not one pay-per-view opening that's ever been seen twice.
We welcome you to the Royal Rumble. Welcome to the Survivor Series, the 18th annual SummerSlam.
We get to be really creative. My guys, they come up with stuff. They'll put out their ideas, and they have fun making it happen. It's stressful, especially for a super show, which is when we do Raw and SmackDown on one day. It's just horrendous when you have all of the guys that have pyro in one show, 2 openings. So it's hard, but it's very rewarding when you look back and look at the videotape and see, the results of all your hard work.